tell me what two things a simile does. Like, how do you tell if something is a simile? There's two ways. Aubrey. It has like and as. What's the other way? Do you have any idea, Riley? Remember, it's a word that starts with a C. It compares two things.
I was thinking of that word.
So, today we are going to learn about metaphors. Metaphors are very similar to similes, but there's something slightly different. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to watch a little video. So if somebody could play for that.
It takes a while.
I want you guys to take a spot and stay there.
There's no vision.
Did you have a question back?
No, there's a joke with metaphors. It's like metaphors.
That's cute. All right, voices off. You guys know the expectation right now. Just a minute. Before we start the video, I need to have your attention up here and your voices off. Cecilia, what did I just say? Okay. I've been singing it ever since I watched it. But that's a good thing because it helps you remember. So we are going to read Your Toast and Other Metaphors We Adore.
That's a mean.
You want to just put it on the main screen for now? That's fine. I can just shut it off, actually. can be crystal clear or at the end of its rope. It can be a pig, a peach, or a can of worms. A metaphor is a figure of speech that compares two things. That's what a simile does, right? But these things are different, but they're also alike in at least one way. A metaphor shows what the two things have in common. Don't be chicken. Turn the page and start learning about metaphors. The difference is that metaphors don't use like or as. They just say it. Instead of saying she's like a chicken, they say she's a chicken. Meet Etta. Meet Etta's brother, Corey. Meet the last piece of Grandma Greta's heavenly blueberry pie. It's out of this world. Heavenly and out of this world are metaphors. They tell us that Grandma's pie is special. The blueberries are as fat as ping pong balls. Now, is that a metaphor or is that a simile? How did you know? Comparison. Genevieve.
It has like it's comparing the blueberries to a ping pong ball.
It has as, like Chelsea said. But you're right, it is comparing. But if we were to say that as a metaphor, how would we say it? Josh.
Blueberries are fat as ping pong balls.
We use the word as there again, so we don't want to do that because that's a simile still. How would you just say it as a metaphor, Ellis?
It's as big as a ping pong ball.
We said as again. It's really hard not to because we like to put it in there, but give it another try, Josh.
The blueberries are fat ping pong balls.
Okay, you got it. That's how you would say it as a metaphor. Etta has her eye on that pie. She gives her right arm for it. That's a metaphor. So would Corey, sorry. Just cut it in half, Grandma says. I don't see that happening, says Corey. If you won't share it, you'll have to win it, Grandma says. First one to the mailbox and back gets that pie. Corey takes off. Etta is right on his heels. Is she really on his heels? No, it's a figure of speech. And it's a metaphor because you aren't saying it's like she's on his heels. You're just saying she's on his heels, even though she isn't. It's a fun way to talk. It gives a fun word picture. But Corey wins by a nose. Metaphors make writing more colorful. Etta isn't really on Corey's heels, just very close. Corey barely wins the race, but does he win by the length of a nose?
No.
Probably not. Okay, Grandma says. I'll spin you around, blindfolded 20 times. Whoever falls first loses. Piece of cake, says Etta. Piece of cake is another idiom. Etta is comparing the spinning contest to an easy task. What could be easier than eating a piece of cake? But Corey wins that one too. Let's make it 3 out of 5, Etta shouts. Fine with me, Corey says. You're toast, and you know it. There's another metaphor. When Corey tells Etta she's toast, he's saying she doesn't have a chance of winning. She'll be scorched and served up to eat. Metaphors like this one are slang. Slang is language we use when we're talking to people in informal situations. I've hidden a spool of purple thread, Grandma says. Whoever finds it first wins. Corey peeks under a chair. You're cold, Grandma says. Etta looks behind some plants. You're warm, Grandma says, and getting warmer. You're burning up. Got it, Etta cries. Here, cold means Corey is far away from the thread. Warm means Etta is close. It's like our solar system. The planets closest to the sun are much hotter than the ones far away. The next contest is a game of horse. Both kids make some shots and miss some shots. My, this game is a nail biter, Grandma exclaims. Etta's final shot swishes through the net. Corey's shot bounces off the rim. I win, Etta shouts. I'm on a roll now. Some people buy bite their fingernails when they can't relax. When Grandma calls the game a nail biter, she's excited about the close score. So there again, it's not exactly what she's doing. She doesn't mean she's actually biting her nails.
That's what I do.
It's a figure of speech that gives a good word picture, showing that you're excited about something and nervous. The last contest is a word game, Grandma says. See how many words you can make using the letters in blueberry pie. Corey and Etta buckle down. When Grandma says, time's up, Corey has 5 words, Etta has 7. I win, Etta cries, the pie is mine. Some metaphors, such as buckle down, are easy to picture. Corey and Etta are focused on the game. It's like they're buckled into their seats. Time's up is harder to see. When you think about it, what does up have to do with time? We don't think of that as a figure of speech because we use it so much, but time can't really go up. So it actually is a metaphor to say time is up.
Like when you're being timed, your time is all gone.
Time is all gone. That would be like the actual way to say it. Oh no! Dad! Etta wails. Her face clouds over. Did her face really get a cloud on it?
No.
So it's a metaphor. Metaphors can be a quick way of getting an idea across. We know Etta has been very happy, a feeling we connect with a sunny day. Then she sees the pie is gone. She's not happy anymore. The clouds have moved in front of the sun. Oh well, Grandma says, we'll just make another pie. Together. Sweet, says Corey and Etta. Many metaphors use words that connect to our senses. We enjoy things that taste sweet. Corey and Etta will enjoy making a pie and eating it too. Metaphors can be a little more confusing than similes, but I think with some practice you can learn great. Right now we're going to move on to some fun activities that I have planned for you guys. Maybe we'll be able to watch it before we go home tonight, if we can stand quietly and wine. Today I have 3 activities again. And you know what? I totally forgot before we do that. I want to do some practice work, and I need you to go do the PDF with the pictures. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Because metaphors can be a little bit difficult to figure out sometimes, so I want to do some practice together and see what we can come up with. So up on your pockets, because it's time to work. And I picked out, on the bottom, you're going to see the captions that some of you did from yesterday on these pictures, which were, you guys all had awesome ideas, and I could only pick one for each one. So this one is a simile. We know because it's comparing the boy to a gazelle, and it uses the word like. How can we do that as a metaphor? Any ideas?
There's like in it.
Remember, in metaphors, we don't use like or as. So we just have to kind of just say it. How can we say it and have it still sound good and make sense? Aubrey.
The boy is like a gallop.
Oh.
The boy is.
How is you're on the right track. We want to compare him to gazelle, though. But we don't want to use like or as. Gee, do you have an idea?
The boy is running like a galloping gazelle.
I heard like again, though. Remember, we can't use that word in there, or that's a simile. We can. We like to use similes. Similes are fun.
You just said like again.
If we're going to make it a metaphor, we can't have like or as in it. What if we were to do,
I know.
the boy is a galloping gazelle?
That's what I was thinking. Me too. Me too. The boy
You
is
guys are in the right thing. But we know he's not a galloping gazelle. So how could we add some detail in there to make it make more sense? Again.
The boy ran a galloping gazelle.
So we have the boy is a galloping gazelle. What could we add on there? What makes him like a galloping gazelle? Is he Because you have horns like a gazelle has.
Yeah. He's a
Does he
human.
have a hide like a gazelle has?
No.
Does he have hooves?
No.
So what makes him like a gazelle?
He's running fast.
He's running fast. So how could we compare it to what a gazelle does?
The boy is running fast.
So we have that. I want to keep that. What can we add on with the comma? We're going to have a comma. And what are we going to add on to the end to make it make more sense?
Serious.
No, I'm going to add some more words on there. Maybe I'll tell you what I'm thinking. He's a galloping gazelle bounding over the hills. Does that make it make a little more sense?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You have to remember that it is figurative language. So he is not a galloping gazelle. But we're thinking figuratively. We're thinking poetically.
Yeah.
So if we say he's a galloping gazelle bounding over the hills, it gives you a word picture that he's running really fast and he's leaping like he's doing in that picture.
Oh, we could make him a gazelle if we put some horns and some hooves on
You
it.
could do that, but that would change the picture. Okay, you guys need to sit up.
One was
On your pockets, Josh. December.
there's one where the
Can you go to the next
said like the last point too.
The bunny. The bunny was as fluffy as a hamster. Careful. And as soft as a pillow. I liked both of those so much that I used them both.
Pillow.
The bunny was as soft as a hamster and as fluffy as a pillow. How can we make that into a metaphor? Remember, similes and metaphors, they are comparisons, but they're just slightly different. Similes use like or as, but metaphors just say it like it is. They just say it outright. They don't say it's like something. They just say it is that thing.
Oh, I know.
But that uses as. Josh, what do you
The bunny was fluffy, a hamster, and soft, a pillow.
We don't have to use them both, so we could say, you're on the right track. The bunny was.
Soft.
What I'm thinking we can say, the bunny was a fluffy pillow.
Yeah.
Does that make
No, because he's not a pillow.
It's not a pillow, but it's figurative language. So that's the same thing you have to remember. It's giving you a picture in your head. So if we said the bunny was a fluffy pillow.
Oh, I know one.
And then if you wanted to, what did you have?
Except for the yellow one.
And a fluffy hamster.
And a fluffy hamster. So that one maybe wouldn't make as much sense because it is a bunny and then to say it's a hamster is kind of. So sometimes you do have to think about it a little bit and it can be kind of hard to figure it out. If we wanted to add a little more detail on there to have it make more sense, what we could say is the bunny was a fluffy pillow, soft to my touch. Does that kind of make more sense then? Soft. See, remember in our story when it said you're toast? Are they really toast?
No.
But it gives us that word picture in our heads of kind of what we're looking for. You know, it gives a good picture to. It's a figure of speech, and so it can make language and writing a little more descriptive and creative. So we're going to do some practice with that. I have 3 activities plus a folder game. The folder game can only have 2 people playing it, so what we're going to do is I'm going to just pick 2 people. I'm going to have you raise your hand if you would like to play that. Just wait. I'm explaining what I'm going to do, and then I'll have you guys do it. And then I'll just have to pick 2 people. And then, but during Daily 5, you can switch out and have other people play this folder game too. So your first activity, besides the folder game, hold on, is similar to what we were doing yesterday. You will be captioning these pictures. But this time you're going to be changing it to metaphors or coming up with your own new ones. You don't have to compare the boy to a gazelle. You can think of something You could try comparing him to a rock. You could try comparing him to
A bunny.
a bunny, yeah, because he's leaping. Because you can already
Kangaroo.
see, or a kangaroo. Good thinking.
Cheetah.
Yep, but you have to remember you cannot use like or as if you're doing a metaphor. So you're going to compare it, leave off like or as, just say what he is in creative thinking, and then maybe add some details to make it more clear. That's at the back table. You're going to grab a sticky note, write your metaphor on it, stick it to the picture. You can sign your name on there so I know who did it. The second activity is you get to practice writing with metaphors. Some of you are really good at writing, so you might like to do this one. Those are right here. The fun thing is you get to grab a friend this time and do it with somebody.